Hey Brad, how you doing? Sorry it took me a little bit to get back with you on this. So I hate to hear about the situation out there. I know a lot of communities are bad and there's crime everywhere, so it is always good to have training. Good that you guys got firearms and can use them. That's definitely a go-to. But some of the things we're going to show you is from a system called Krav Maga, which is the Israeli fighting system. And we kind of look at this as kind of the last line of resort, or maybe if we want something that's a little less lethal option. So I'm going to show you just a few of those basic techniques. In all honesty, it's good to either bring someone in or find a place to train at. And my full recommendation is Krav Maga for self-defense. Jiu-Jitsu is good, but it depends on how it's taught. You know, a lot of jiu-jitsu schools teach purely for the competition, whereas the style of that we teach is more for self-defense oriented as well. But also, you know, good security systems. You know, make sure all the locks are good. Those type of things. And just basic awareness. That's where a lot of people fail with safety and self-defense, and just paying attention, which I doubt you have that problem, but you know, a lot of people just on their cell phones all day long. So we're going to go over a couple of techniques, and let me know what you think, and then if this suits what you're trying to look for. We were contemplating actually doing an online training course, which maybe this will be the kickstart for that. What I'm going to do is send this video to you, of course, with a YouTube link, and then yeah, maybe we'll go from there, see where it goes. But okay, so starting out, we'll talk about a choke from the front. Okay, now with a choke, what happens is the fingers are here, the thumbs are here. It's about 3 to 5 pounds of pressure to crush the trachea. So we want to ensure we clear that immediately, all right, if possible. Now, a lot of people don't teach the chokes correctly because it's unrealistic, okay? I know I did for years in karate and taekwondo and learn all this crazy stuff for breaking away, none of which would probably actually ever work for you. So the choke is here. So we're going off the body's natural reaction. Someone goes to the throat, our hands come up. We're going to have our hands just like this. We call this our pluck motion. Hands are going to come up. We're going to come in at the wrist and explode out and back while simultaneously throwing a knee strike. Now from here, we kind of go with what the fight gives us. I kind of naturally go to this wrap from doing this for a while. We could do a forward horizontal elbow here, grabbing and attacking forward here. Okay, whatever the case is. Now with Krav Maga or any self-defense, you have to be aggressive. You have to be violent. You have to match or exceed their level of aggression and violence. That's the only way it truly works. So again, on that technique, I'm being choked, hands come up, we pluck outward, throw the knee strike at the same time, and attack forward here. Now, also from here, once we've subdued the attacker, knocked them out, made them stun them, whatever the case, we want to ensure we scan the area looking around and find the nearest exit to escape. Or we go to our concealed carry or whatever it is from that point. All right, second option for this. Being choked, once again, I'm going to do the same thing with one hand this time. I'm going to pluck this away, pin this to the chest. This hand is going to come between the arms, striking to the chin. This is called a palm heel strike. And from here, I grab and I still control. I can frame out here, either with the hand out here or the hand in closer, and attacking forward here if we have to. Okay. So 2 options on choke. Let you do this one. We'll do the rear choke, okay? So attacker throws the hand around the throat. Okay, now there's two ways to someone can choke you. Most people aren't trained, so you'll probably get kind of a variation of the two. But if the forearm is across the throat, we call this an air choke, meaning they're going to cut off the oxygen supply. If it's further around, it's known as a blood choke. The bicep is constricting the carotid artery on one side and the forearm on this side, squeezing this together. And what this does is cut off the blood supply to the brain, which will cause a knockout. Okay, so from here, now if you can preempt this, if you see this coming, tuck the chin, duck under, and push away. Not being there is the best self-defense. Once again.
Preempt?
Well, yeah, go ahead and preempt again. Here, and then there, she can attack from behind, kick it, blowing out the knee. Another important thing is, before we move on with the technique, is targeting soft spots. If you notice, she stepped out, she threw a kick to the knee. Of course, the groin, that's 2 spots. You can strike to the nose, palm strike, you hit to the throat.
You're welcome.
Or whatever the case, okay? Multitude of strikes. We can punch, we can do open hand strikes, and open hand strikes are actually a little safer, like the palm strike, or the bottom of the fist for what we call a hammer strike. You could do a knife hand, side of the neck, which will actually cause a knockout. But back to our rear choke. So arm is around the throat. Now from here, again, Krav Maga works off the body's natural reaction. She throws fingers to the eyes. Even if she doesn't hit the eyes, it's going to cause a reaction. I lean back. She's using both hands. She plucks down and drops, holding us tight to the chest. She's going to stand up, headbutt to the face. I can put the hand up for safety. She spins under from here. Again, we go to the knee or kick to the face, whatever the case is, or the groin. This is Tina, by the way. All right. Now again, like I said, we're just giving you some ideas that you can try and work through. If you want, you can video yourself doing these techniques and send them back. We can do some critiques. Like I said, we're going to do the video online training. I think it's kind of a motivator to push us forward to do that with our school. And you know, we're in North Carolina as well. You know, maybe at some point maybe we make a trip out that way. There's another school we've been meaning to visit in Hendersonville. I don't know how close that is to you guys, but plan on making a trip anyway at some point. So maybe we come out there and maybe we could do a short training session, whatever the case. So, but we can figure all that out in time. Okay, so for a punch, let's do a couple options for a punch defense. Okay. So most people untrained are going to throw this wide haymaker punch, right? So we got a couple options. So we do a thing called our 360 outside defense. And what that is, this is basically our perimeter. We are blocking anything within that circle, any type of circular attack, whether it's a punch, it's a beer bottle being swung, it's a knife attack. Okay, we use this principle as well, okay? Now, one of our other principles of Krav Maga, simultaneous offense and defense. So when I throw this, now, if you can avoid this, a fight, if you can talk the situation down, by all means, talk it down, okay? But if not, ensure you have good distance to execute your techniques, okay? Now, we train out of worst case scenarios as well, but for our introduction to this for you guys, we're just going to do our basic one. So maybe we're talking, I push her back. Okay, she is here. Now, you notice she is here. This looks like as if she's de-escalating. You can't see her feet in this, but her rear heel is off the ground and body's facing forward. This is actually our fighting position. Okay, now if she can de-escalate here and just say, relax, I don't want to fight, so be it. However, if not, and she sees this, she's going to move forward, okay? She blocks. So this, her arm is a 90-degree angle. She blocks close to the wrist and catches me back as far as possible. Now, she's not just using her arm strength to do this. One more time. You notice she is attacking the attacker. She comes forward. She hits from here. She grabs. She attacks forward. If you notice, we hit the groin quite a bit in this system. So we'll switch sides. I'll show you that again.
You pushing me again?
Yeah. So push her back. Mess you up, punk. Boom. Strike. Attack. Yep, that's the knee. And there, again, there's a number of ways. You can just immediately grab. It depends on what happens. She can grab here. She could wrap under, which if we're going to control, we teach this to security and law enforcement, get a good control position. Or, one more time, she hits and I'm back, maybe she kicks me away, she runs away. Okay. Another thing on running away, ensure you're keeping eyes on the person if they're not definitely incapacitated. So they're not running after you, get hit from behind. Okay, so from our haymaker, that is one option. We'll give you one other option on that.
Exactly.
Let's do cover up.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do what we call a cover block. So what a cover block is I bring my hand up, I'm like this. It's like if I had hair. I push the hair back, tuck the chin, and I'm holding this in tightly, okay? And covering up here. So again, we throw this haymaker, she is covering up here. Now here immediately is attacking. Palm strikes, knee strikes, whatever the case, okay? We want to always try to attack the attacker. If we can't, we can do, if I'm very close here and I just throw this, remember that stuff we did yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm here, she still needs that momentum, okay? Now there are pre-attack indicators. So, you know, maybe I clench my jawline, I look away, about to throw the sucker punch, she sees me clench the fist, whatever it is. I look away, she's going to burst forward here, okay? Now she does that by coming up, raising her heels off the floor and bursting into this, okay? She bursted in with her cover that time. Immediately goes here. Yeah, that's good. Immediately goes here, and here she gets control and starts fighting, okay? All right, now the key honestly in self-defense is the violence and aggression, okay? Pay attention, awareness, being aggressive, being violent, and attacking the attacker, okay? If someone gets the momentum in the fight, it's likely they'll win, especially if they hit you with a good hard shot starting now. So this is just a few things I just wanted to share with you. Hopefully this is helpful. If you're interested in further information, we'll talk more and go from there. Hope you guys having a good day. Appreciate you. Thanks.